Okay. So before we get to this video, I checked out Sebastian Meep's You Now this morning and last night, and I'm telling you, I loved every minute of it. It was awesome. Getting to this video now, we are going to be doing some weird phone calls. Okay. So I went online and I searched up numbers, creepy phone numbers, and I found Booth World Industries. So I will be calling them. Okay. And I will also do some scary videos and stuff. Guys, forgive me for my hair. I just got out of the shower, so kind of looks really weird. I don't like how my hair is drying. Okay, so here we go. And I will also put it on speaker. You guys see that?
Booth Industries. Your number has been logged and traced. A service representative will be with you shortly for
Wrong idea. Oh my god, that's creepy. I didn't know that that number would work. So yeah. Also I have Freddy, or Five Nights at Freddy's number. I don't know if I'll call that for this video, maybe some other video. Now to the stories. Okay, so I am going to Google some urban legends. Okay.
Where'd you go, Angie? Chelsea? Oh, that's all right.
I'm recording.
Oh, bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too, honey.
Okay.
Recording. I just wondered where she was.
So that was my grandma. Okay, so I am going to look up some urban legends.
And then he had to take his medicine, so I thought I better let him go. How are you doing? Just don't forget not to call him at sleep hour. Okay.
Okay.
Love you, Jerry. Bye-bye.
Okay, so this is a story by Maria. Okay. Well, her name is Library. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Library Anigan. I don't know if that was right. This is Maria. Okay. My husband and I live in a small, unincorporated town on the outskirts of a bigger city. Although we are 50 years old, we are 30 to 40 years younger than any of our near neighbors. Most of them have grandchildren who visit regularly and drive where they need to go. Not so for the man. I usually just called Professor. His wife Elena died 2 years ago. I know her briefly, but she and Professor were the one... This ain't scary. Okay, I am going to find a more scary, bone-chilling... Okay, so... You guys, I am looking for some stories. Ooh, okay. We can do some crybaby. Okay. So this is a really short story. Okay, here it says, late last night, I woke up to the sound of someone crying. Hold on, I can't really, okay. Crying. It was an eerie sound and surprisingly loud as well. I'm sorry, guys. Although I wanted to get up, go check it out, I was a bit scared and tired, so I ignored it, hiding under the covers. Today, at breakfast, I told my roommate about it. That was me, she replied with a tone of fear in her voice. What a relief, I thought. I was crying because I saw a thing watching you while you were asleep. Ooh, okay, that was kind of scary. Okay. Here's another one. It was about 3 in the morning. I was sleeping very decently. The rain outside wasn't too distracting, and tomorrow was my day off from work, so I could sleep as long as I wanted to. Not too shabby. Then I heard scratches coming from my door. My dog Holly. She was a very spoiled girl. Whenever she wants to enter or exit a room, she'll constantly scratch the floor. She will scratch and scratch, and she won't stop until you let her through the door. Even late at night. My dog's stubbornness knows no bounds. She must have been woken up by the rain. I was too tired to get up and let her in. My laziness and sleepiness told me to stay in bed and ignore the scratches, but I couldn't. Holly wouldn't stop scratching. I couldn't continue to attempt to ignore it. She must have been woke. Hold on, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. But Holly wouldn't stop scratching. I continued to attempt to ignore it and tried to sleep, but she wouldn't stop. She never stops. She scratches and scratches until she gets her way. I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to sleep, but she was preventing me from my well-deserved rest. My door was only a few steps away. I'll open the door as I stumble across the room. I nearly trip over something rather big. I look what it is that I tripped over. It was Holly sleeping like a baby. The scratches on my door then got louder. It's been 3 days since I heard the scratches from my door. I can still hear them. I have yet to open the door. Ooh, okay, that's kind of scary too. And guys, I'm getting these off of Google Images. It's basically just like stories. So, yeah. Okay. Let me see if there's any other ones. Ooh, 3 a.m. Okay, guys, so you guys know that 3 a.m. is supposedly the devil's hour. So that is what I'm going to read next. I think this might be the last story that I got here, and then I'm going to look up some scary urban legends, maybe read like one. Also, I think I might go live sometime today. I'm not really sure when, but I might go live. So, yeah. Ugh, my stupid phone. Okay. So this is called 3 a.m. Happened. I'm sorry, my phone is like goofy. So, can you guys see it? Let me get this in focus. 3 a.m. This is called 3 a.m. Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bigger so that I can kind of read it better. Oh my gosh. My phone is so irritating. Okay. Guys, I've got a Samsung. I love this, but it's really irritating because, you know, it's just difficult. I don't know. I'm new at phones. Like, this is my very first phone. So, yeah. Okay. My cousin recently moved here from Skinderbred, India, on a recent road trip exploring America. We were shooting stuff. I'm sorry, there was a cuss word and I'm not gonna say it. Shooting stuff and exchanging ghost stories and laughing at similarity difference between American ghost stories and Indian ghost stories. When I asked her if she's ever experienced anything supernatural, her eyes widened as she averted her eyes to the window. Just then, silence was about to be too much for me. She softly responded, "Yes, a few. One is troubling." When I was a second year in college, I stayed at an all-girl hotel. I made many friends. We were all happy. All-girl hostile, okay. I made friends. We were all very happy to be in school. By the way, to be in school anyway. For our conservative parents. The hostel was so much fun, but it was a very, very old building. Electrically, I'm sorry, I cannot read for nothing today. We are only put in rooms. Sometimes candles were placed along the windows as if a watchman was present. But normally, once you left the rooms, you were faced with complete darkness. It's common to wake someone up if you needed to talk. You needed to walk down to the restroom at the end of the hall. We also had a childish fear of being alone in the dark. One night, I had to use the restroom. It was about 4 a.m. I went to my friend's bed, tapped her on the arm. She immediately opened her eyes as soon as I touched her. I apologized for bothering her, and I told her I needed to pee. That's disgusting. She smiled at me and hopped out of bed. All the way down the hallway, she laughed and danced. I could not see her at all, but the bangles clanked together loudly, and the bells on her anklets jiggled softly. It was very calming. I laughed and sashayed my hips on down the hallway with her. Too much to elaborate our movements. She said nothing to me, though occasionally I heard one. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Bollywood songs. The same thing happened on our return. I fell asleep easily. I woke up fairly late the next morning to the sound of men in our room. They surrounded her bed. I bolted from my bed, prepared to protect my friend, when I realized they were administrators of the college. I peered over closer. My friend's lifeless eyes were fixated on my bed. The same smile on her face. Suicide. Her time of death was 11:30 p.m., almost 5 hours before I wake her. Oh my goodness. Ooh. The elevator game. Okay. So guys, I don't like these paranormal games, but I will kind of read it.